Return of the Blossoming Blade, episode 138. Creek. It appears I cause you offense. Rise. Clasp. Bow. Young Master Cheongmyeong of Mount Hua, pray accept my formal apology as Patriarch Gun Aktang of the Sichuan clan. Rise. I accept your apology gladly, my lord. Bow. Smile. Now, what must the Tang clan offer in return for Mount Hua's hand in alliance? Done. Only 3 things, my lord. 3 things? Raise. First, we have needs of your arms. Our arms? Out of the question. Our clan's poisons and hidden weapons cannot leave the household under any circumstances. It is our hidden weapons you crave, young master. I'm afraid our conversation will lead nowhere. It's not your hidden weapons I speak of. We at the Mount Hua know what to do with them in any case. Then what? Clack. Swish. Clunk. Do you see now, my lord? I see the quality is less than ideal. It's partly due to my rough handling, but the craftsmanship was clearly never anything impressive to begin with. Of course, we could hardly complain given our sect's lack of funds at the time, but even though our coffers are now full of coins, finding a smithy with the capacity to forge better swords in quantity is also quite challenging. Indeed, I imagine most renowned workshops have already been claimed by other sects. Right, you are. But here, you find the finest blacksmith in Central Plains. The artisans here could craft far better swords than mine without breaking a sweat. Be that as it may, it is not said that a good craftsman never blames his tools. Okay. Utter nonsense. Walking into any decent craftsman's workshop and you find over 100 different tools. Why do you think that is? Hahaha. Point well made. While one might still hold their own in a fight with a mediocre blade in hand, that doesn't mean there is no difference between a good sword and a bad one. I heard the Tang clan's smithing techniques are the greatest in the realm. Mount Hua would be honored to have such skilled artisans supply us with the same standards of arms. That ought to be easy enough to arrange very well, I accept. And your second term, I would like to learn a certain technique from you. A technique? You seem to push our bounds, young master, knowing full well that I must refuse. Like our arms, the secret technique of the Tang clan can only be inherited by our kin. What I want is no big secret, my lord. Slide. As you can see, all the remains of my wound is a red welt. Remarkable you heal far faster than most. It is all thanks to your clan's medicine, my lord. Speak of which, that is precisely what I'd like you to share. Our medicine, you mean? But what possible interest could you have in our healing arts? It's not a request I ever recall entertaining until now. It would be of little use for civilians, I suppose, as your clan's medicinal techniques solely focus on healing internal and external wounds. It is useless against ordinary diseases. Yet, such knowledge is exactly what Mount Hua needs. You came to me in a dream, Bo. It is there that you taught me the vital importance of medicine. Had I known but a fraction of the Tang clan's healing arts back then, I could have at least saved a few of my dying comrades. The only relief I could offer them was to infuse my ki into their cold bodies. Fush. Okay, interesting. Brother, my family, my brothers and sisters, please protect them. And yet, for all the ki reserve I possessed, I could not save my brother in arms as he faded away with a blade lodged in his chest. I can't lie, that's kind of sad. Sorry, man. The sheer powerlessness and bitter despair of losing those I held dear, as I could only bear witness to their passing, as it was far more than any mortal heart could bear. Please, my lord, teach us the healing arts of the great Tang clan. The exchange back and forth will also deepen the bonds between our two organizations. That may prove somewhat difficult, not least due to the need to convince our elder council. That said, I shall make sure that your condition is met. A fair concession for the boon of Mount Hua support, I suppose. No, if anything, I would give up far worse for Mount Hua's friendship. Thus far, your conditions have been requests that can be granted at my discretion. Be that as it may, the scale of these requests has me afraid to ask the third might consist of. No doubt, you left the most strenuous to the last. I suppose you could say that. Very well then. Let us hear it then. Consider our ties as the bond of friendship. Is that not a given, young master? After all, we shall be allies from here on. Not allies, friends. Alliances can shift and be cast aside as circumstances and calculations change, my lord. Friends extend a hand to weather every storm together. That is the kind of bond that I envision, my lord. A bond of friendship. An intangible oath that can neither be demanded nor kept by obligation. Why would he make a request so wholly devoid of substance? Your reasoning eludes me, young master. The 2 previous conditions had clear purpose and benefit that I could fathom with ease. I failed to see the logic behind this particular request. Me as well, man. I'm guessing there's some deepness he's about to explain. Is there some hidden wisdom that I failed to discern? No, none at all. Then why do you feel the need to bargain for our fellowship? Blink. Who knows? Alright, you sly dog. Enough of that smug look of yours. Let us call it a personal whim of mine. Whim indeed. I wonder if you're aware, young master, of what, my lord? Countless others have sought to ally with the Tang clan through the ages. nothing less. Not one of them professed to build a true friendship with our clan. Your boldness amuses me as ever, young master. It's only a pity that my kin and I know little in the way of friendship. Perhaps your esteemed sect might teach us a thing or two in that regard. How to truly honor the sacred bond of friendship, I mean. Oh, that wouldn't be hard. Class. Friendship. A sacred bond indeed. The very word feels alien to my ears. And yet, its childlike innocence somehow strikes a chord in my heart. You know what, yeah? I'm gonna try going back to full screen. I feel like it's losing its touch when I'm far away. I don't know. Oh, we're going back to full screen, man. Okay. We won't go fully screen, but we'll go, yeah, at least this makes sense. It made all the more resonance, as it comes from the most inscrutable person I have ever met. I hereby agree to accept your free conditions. From this moment, the Tang clan and the Mount Hua Sect shall be allies. Now the ball is in your sect, young master. Will your sect agree to the terms you've proposed? You needn't fret on that account, my lord. I will write a letter on your behalf, and you need to seal it with your official stamp to be delivered to the Mount Hua. That ought to seal the deal, as it were. Is your influence at Mount Hua truly so deep and far-reaching? I wouldn't say that exactly, except our elders are so sick from isolation and disregard from the realm that they'll enjoy the letter with their literal tears. I see. We will have our work cut out for us. Fulfilling these requirements will require our utmost diligence. Where are you going? We're not done yet, my lord. We're not? I was under the impression that you only had 3 conditions. You see, those weren't my conditions. Those were the Mount Hua's conditions. This guy's a piece of shit. But he's likable. See this wound? We haven't even begun to discuss the compensation for this mischief, shall we say. What? But I went as far as to allow the use of the divine venom panacea. What? A panacea for 2 between friends, my lord? Did you think I'll let it slide for a little pellet after I almost died? In fact, if the pellet is as invaluable as you say, how could a mere pellet be as value at the same cost as someone's life? The life of your friend. Is that all I'm worth to you? You ought to be thankful I even survived. Anyone else would have croaked long before the panacea touched their lips. And now you wish to seal my lips with a panacea for the wound that your son caused? No, that's not slam. Enough said. I've listed for your convenience and mine. All you have to do is follow this to the letter. No need to thank me, my lord. It's the least I could do. I suggest you read through it on your own time. This guy's hilarious. It's not exactly light reading, you see. An alliance. Hold on. Are we allowed to decide such a momentous situation all by ourselves? Why not? We have brother Big Chon right here. Me? From this moment, you will carry my full authority. Your words shall carry the full weight of my own, and your will shall be the will of the Mount Hua. That's what our sect leader said. Have you already forgotten? Of course not. But you know as well that he only meant to prepare us for whatever might happen in the southern man territory. Do you have any idea what kind of slip-shot diplomacy might please sect leader to the end? Yeah, I suppose it would be. Do not put words in my mouth. He disappears briefly after stuffing his face, then returns with a full-fledged alliance of all things. It was no secret that the Tang clan leader had taken a shine to Cheongmyeong, but who would have predicted it would lead to this? By the blossoms, think Baekchon. An alliance with the Tang clan, on paper, it certainly has fewer downsides than upsides. Truth be told, that is an understatement, since we would benefit immensely from such an arrangement. Gain the support of one of the 5 renowned clans would channel the wind under Mount Hua's wing, as we saw. First things first, you did Mount Hua proud. It's not for me to ask what manner of conversation you had, but you deserve our commendation for an outcome this favorable. Thanks. Let me be the first to acknowledge your hard work. Okay, this guy, okay. He's matured from his previous character. You know what I'm saying? Senior brother, did all the spices and the food get to your head? You're not acting like yourself at all, brother Big Chon. It's giving me the creeps. That said, however, I do have lingering feelings, concerns, in fact. What do you propose to do about the 10 Great Sects? Mount Hua has traditionally aligned itself with the 10 Great Sects, meaning our alliance with one of the clans, the 10 Great Clans, 5 renowned clans, would be entirely unprecedented. And surely you're aware of the tension that would strain on the relationships, Jesus Christ, I flopped, between the 10 Great Sects and the 5 clans of renown. Seeking closer ties with the Tang clan might benefit the Mount Hua Sect today, but it might affect us negatively when the Mount Hua Sect wants to return back to the ranks of the 10 Great Sects. This is what worries me the most. Am I foolish to assume that you thought this far far ahead into this situation. Explain to me, brother, how would it serve us to return back to the 10 Great Sects? How do we benefit from that? Serve us? I don't understand. Naturally, we'll regain the prestige of the most powerful sect in the prestige. What use is that? Huh? Would you rather turn back to Zonggan instead then? That was a hard read, but I got through it anyway. On to the next chapter. Return of the Blossoming Blade, episode 139. You think the prestige we stand to gain amongst the 10 Great Sects is superior to an alliance with the Tang clan? Have you no pride, senior brother? Who was it that expelled us from the ranks of the Great Sects in the first place? It was none other than the snakes who called themselves our allies. And now we regained a measure of our strength. You'd go crawling back to those sanctimonious clowns and grovel for a place at their table. What shall we tell them? It's all water under the bridge? I can't lie, he got a point. My man got a point. We're no fools to be taken advantage of. Do not be deceived by pretenses, brother. If the 10 Great Sects were ever truly bound by honor and solidarity to lend each other aid in their hour of need, Mount Hua would not be in the state that it is now. But what gives you the assurance that the Tang clan would uphold our negotiation? Where the Great Sects of the past failed, simple, we'll make certain of it. There's no such thing as a bond granted for nothing. Relationships are built brick by brick. The Tang clan has the power to lend the Mount Hua its aid. Whatever your stance, we stand to lose nothing from this alliance. Very well, so be it then. Huh? Senior brother? With the authority vested in me by our sect leader, I will negotiate on our sect's behalf. And no matter what, I shall be the one held to account. You, John, write all the terms of the alliance and send it by messenger to Mount Hua. At once, brother. Cheongmyeong, see to it that the terms are accurate. Most likely our sect leaders will agree with the pact. And should there be any hindrance, Hungyung can be counted to clear the way. Cheongmyeong has proven more than enough to earn our trust. After all, this can work. I need not fret. Then I take it our business with the Tang clan is concluded for now. Yep. Now to finally go to Yunnan. Yeah, all that business talk, bro. They need to stop with these monologues, bro. I'm dying. It's hard to remember and go back to the image. Jesus Christ, these bad are their monologues. It's long. On that note, senior brother, is the caravan of Yunnan close enough already? Huh? Oh, that caravan. I just deeped it. Why is the MC calling this guy his senior brother? Aren't they like similar ages? I don't know. Well, there's no good way to put it, except there simply isn't one. There are no caravans to Yunnan. Huh? What are you talking about? I heard your father say as clear as day. As it happens, the Four Seas Trading Company has maintained modest contact with Yunnan to this day, enough to dispatch a small-scale caravan without arousing suspicion. In fact, there is a caravan due to depart today, if you'd care to join it. I do recall, yes. It seems like my father outright lied to us with the hope of letting us escape from the Chengdu with all haste. He tells me he intended for us to have departed with the first group of merchants that he could find and explained the situation to us once we were far enough from the city. Burst. I have another condition to attach to our pact.